This session that I'm going to be sharing is about creative thinking, and it's a few things that I've experienced as a kid myself. And I would like you to not connect this to only today and tomorrow. Okay, I want you to connect this to your life ahead, because you must understand that creativity is like the fuel that is required for the engine of a car to perform. And as long as the car is running, you have to keep, going to the petrol pump and putting the petrol and the diesel. I hope you're getting where I'm coming from. This session that I'm going to speak about is not also only for the kids. This is also for the parents. If at all you are along with the kids, the session that I want to talk about should and will sort of appeal to the parents as well. Let me start by telling you what the title of this session is. It's creativity, thinking above the box. Okay. Now, what is why this above the box? Firstly, where is the box coming to the picture? I believe that creativity is doing something different. Creativity is becoming adventurous, but with the simple but focused motive of coming out with something that is productive, something that is positive, something that will take you ahead, which is progressive. And therefore, in this session, what I'm focused on are certain ways by which, as kids, we can become more creative and we can enjoy the process of creativity. Okay. So let me start by showing you this. Can you identify what this is? Maybe Karthik can, because this is probably what we used to do when we were kids. Today, everything is a lot of it is virtual, but this is the real thing. Can anyone take a guess what this is? Well, this is a what? In Marathi, there's a word
I'm
we use.
finding it's like a Y alphabet.
Well, well, it is a Y, but it's a WHY. Why? Right. So it's a catapult. Okay, but you will know. Thank you so much. Just ordering some coffee for myself. This is not effective. If it has to be effective, something has to be done with it. We need to create, we need to convert this into something like this. Do you remember, kids, do you remember that game you play on mobile? Angry Birds. Well, this is that which will never make you angry. Why I'm showing this is an example of a very simple act of creativity. From this to this can make a big difference. So when somebody puts a stone or whatever inside and pulls it and then lets it go, the propulsion of that is tremendous. Do you know some tribes in India, some tribes abroad, they use this as a hunting tool to survive in the jungles. Let me show you one more thing. You may wonder, I'm showing you a few things because it's interesting when you see it rather than we explain. This is a dart. Okay, Aryan, can you see it? This is a dart. But when this dart, okay, what you see about this dart is its sharpness, right? Can you see the sharpness? Now, if it is blunt, it doesn't pierce. It has to be sharp. Now, why I'm showing this is because when some tribals, what they do is they will convert this stick into something like this. Okay. Then they will put that into a hollow pipe. It's a hollow pipe. Can you see something through? It's a hollow thing, right? It's nothing. It is absolutely like a flute. It's not even a flute because you can't even play it. But when they put this dart inside, like this, and what they do is they shoot. Now, I know that you cannot see the entire thing, but if you saw something going up, the lesson is, you know what? A simple thing like a pipe, and this is, by the way, a curtain pipe. I've just cut it. When you use the dart, put it in, and when you sort of push it out, thrust it out, the power of it is unbelievable. And the lesson, I believe, is as we are growing, apart from the things that you're doing, like your studies, you sit for your exams, and I like I tell my son and my daughter, he do well, fine. But it is also important, along with your studies, along with whatever you do, watching YouTube and ask my son, he'll tell you a lot of things, internet and interesting things. Apart from that, you must also try something different. That's what I did when I was a kid. You know, Ganpati Bappa Moria, Mangala Murti Moria. So I used to go with my uncle because उनके घर पे गणपति बिठाते थे. My main motive of going with my uncle to get Ganpati was to go behind the shop where they used to make the Ganpati and request for a blob of matti, clay. And I used to bring it without my uncle knowing because उनके घर पे मैं करता था तो थोड़ा यहाँ वहाँ हो जाता था. And this is factual. And I used to sit and enjoy making something. Now, I didn't have an alpha skills really to make me want to understand, but I did have an uncle of mine who used to encourage me into this. Not the uncle at whose place the Ganpati was. He was not very happy with it. But some things like this, friends, kids, you must try. Let me ask you, when was the last time you made something like this? It's a plane. It's a very simple plane. We used to fly it in school. Yeah.
Yes, have you done it? You can share in the chat box, and even if there are parents and teachers, you can share for your children.
Yes.
3 years ago, Aryan is saying 3 years ago. Anyone else?
No, in the lockdown.
In the lockdown, Siley.
Well,
to be very honest, I keep doing this whenever I get a pamphlet inside the newspaper.
Well, we do it every day for my children. I do it every day for my children.
Excellent.
Oh, Preeti, great.
And there must be a reason, isn't it? Preeti, where is Preeti? I cannot see. Preeti Gupta ji.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Preeti. So let me ask you. I'm not very an expert in interactivity online. I love the real time, but please help me out, okay? Because sometimes I just get into this monologue, and I do have a few things to show. So, Preeti, why do you do it? Because there must be an answer. There must be a reason. Why do you do this kind of stuff with the paper?
Because my children like to fly it. My children like to play with it. So I make it for every day for them, both of them.
Great. And Preeti, what I'm going to say to you is not only going to be applicable to you, but probably for the other parents as well. And this is important because I'm trying to do that for my two kids, Malvika, who's 11, and Arun, who's 14.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility lies even on the parents. See, today I'm talking to, say, Agnidipta or Aryan, and I can't see the others, so Ayush. I believe that telling them is great, but they have their studies and they have things. I think today it is also important for the parents to become creative. You are. Because when you are creative, it automatically percolates to the kids. So I want to ask the parents, actually. Can you tell me in the last, like Preeti already has answered, she sort of creates paper planes.
Yeah.
Parents, do you do anything or have you done something that is creative? And like I told you about doing Matika Ganpati and doing some sculpture, and many other things. The catapult that I love to make all this because it's fun. What about you? Have you? And if you have, please do share. Karthik, if you have done something, please do share. Naida ji, the question is to the parents. What do you think? Is it important for you to also do something that's creative apart from the work that you do and a lot of responsibility?
Actually, in our everyday life, we do.
Including me, we have.
In our everyday life, we do something creative only to keep our children busy in this, especially in this lockdown.
So can you tell me something specific that you did so that it motivates other parents to also pick it up, even including myself?
See, I actually love dancing, so I make them do dance every day with me.
Okay. So Naida, that's great. That's a great hobby. And please continue. What I'm talking about is doing something that is a little different, engaging and that's great, Naida. I mean, आज के दुनिया में आप कुछ अलग एक environment create कर रहे हैं where the kids are enjoying themselves,
Actually, physical activity is required. That is the reason.
Yes. So let me put this into perspective. What I'm trying to say to all the parents, especially, and kids, you also listen, is they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. You heard of that? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But an idea a day keeps both the apple and the doctor away. Because just as an apple is a good nutrition for the body, creativity is an amazing nutrient for the mind. And even when you grow, to all of you, I know that you may, you're going to study, you'll be engineers, you'll be whatever that you want to be. But whatever that you will achieve, if there is no creative aspect in that, what will happen is you will be growing slow and steady. Have you heard of J.K. Rowling or J.K. Rowling? That's how we pronounce Harry Potter.
Yes,
What
yes,
is
I
what
have.
is
I'm a great fan of her.
exactly? You're a great fan. I used to be an air conditioner, not just a fan. Why? Why am I bringing J.K. Rowling? Because for me and for us, she's a great example of creativity. She created the entire world of Harry Potter. Do you remember? And she took us into that world. So we enjoy the story, but if you go behind the curtains, we must give her the credit for creating. And the key word here is ideas. She got the idea that why not write something with these characters? Do you know that creativity, जो उन्होंने उसके द्वारा जो पुस्तक she wrote, it was rejected by so many publishers. Do you know that? She was rejected. And finally, somebody said, okay, chalo yaar, I'll publish your book. It became history. So what learning is for kids, you as well. Don't, and for parents as well. Whenever you do something creative, don't always put some sort of a target to it that जो कुछ create किया है, it has to be appreciated by people. It has to be, doing well. Don't look at that. You enjoy the process. They say that it's rather that you have 1 or 100 silly ideas than have no ideas at all. So creativity is that effort towards trying to stretch your imaginative mind. And to all of you, I say, do something as the journey goes forward. Do something literally. Like what? I normally play something like an acronym game. Okay? What that means is, for example, I'll do that right now. The word is circle. CIRCLE. Now, in the few moments that I'm going to give you, or if you have for yourself, can you bring out some words, meaningful words that start with CIRCLE? What are the words that come to your mind? What does C stand for you? IRCLE. What comes to your mind? I'll give you a little bit of time, even for the parents. Something that is meaningful. Karthik, you too, everyone. If you can just note it on your pad and think what every alphabet could represent in your mind. Sometimes these simple things help you to think a little differently. Just going a little outside the box, and then we go above the box later.
Okay, I'm done with it. Shall I share it with you?